Alright, what's up everyone? This is my 2020 BMW S1000RR M package. So I just wanted to go over the dash with everybody because I haven't found a video on YouTube. Somebody explaining how the dash works. So keys in, turn it on. Alright, so here's your home display. RPM, once the engine warms up, the red will move up to 15,000. Right now, if I turn it on and start flooring it, it will not pass 6.5, 7,000 RPM because the red line's right there. The engine's cold. Your neutral, gears, that's my modes, how much mile I have left on the gas, and my mileage. Alright, so let's start with this handlebar. Start the engine, stop, different modes. This, I'm gonna press this and this is gonna change the top right. I have road, dynamic, race, and rain. We'll go back to road, and then the next one is my heated grips. It's gonna heat up the grips. It's gonna be really good when the weather's cooled down a little bit. This side I have my how do I say it? It's like you scroll with this and you agree and then you disagree. Like you go into settings and then you back out. Over here we have the menu. That's how you get into the menus on the settings on the screen. I'll show you guys in a second. You have your blinkers left and right, and then honk underneath. Up here you have your flashers. You have the cruise control. So for the cruise control, if you want to turn it on while you're riding, you push it to the right and then you push it in once and it will set it up as that speed, whatever you're on. That's how you set it. And then if you want to increase your speed, you just push it down and then you pull it back to decrease the speed. And then to turn that off, you simply push it back to the left. And on the dashboard, I'm gonna press down. Oh, if I press up on the menu bar on the top right here, you're gonna go through some menus. So this is how much gas I have in the tank, my total mileage, my trip one, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. Oh, probably mile per hour. That's like an average probably. My tire PSIs, so it will give me the numbers while when I start rolling. If I get to up to I think like 20 miles an hour, then the reading will detect and it will tell me how much pressure I have for the front wheel and then the rear wheel. And back to here. Alright, so I'm gonna press down now on the menu and we're gonna get into the main page. So when you press down, this is the first thing that comes up. So the way I'm going right and left is just simply pushing it like that, and the other way. And if I want to get into the menu, see this blue arrow on the bottom, you press down again on the menu bar, on the menu button, and you go down. So this is my vehicle's info. Water temperature, again, tire PSI, tire pressures, battery voltage, and how much gas left. And here you have onboard computer, a bunch of information about your mileage, journey hours. And next one, trip computer, and tire pressure, and then service requirements. So what day I should take it in and how much mileage left until the next service. So simply I was just toggling it like that, by the way, just in case you guys want to see it like that. And then I'm gonna press up to go back, and we're back here. So I'm gonna go right one more, and this is my sports screen. So I'm gonna go down again, and here it is. So here, this is really helpful for track. If you guys want to use the bike to take it out on a track, you have your traction control settings, which you can adjust it with the up and down for the DCT. I would say DTC. And then here's your brake power. The more you squeeze your brakes, it will show more graph that will go higher, and you can see how much you're braking in the track. This is your lean angle. The 0 0 means you're not leaning, and then the blue, it's gonna lock the number that you're leaning the max. Let's say I lean it to the right 45 degrees. That's the highest lean angle I do throughout the whole one cycle of driving. Then that blue number is gonna stay on 45. And then unless I exceed that number for the next turn, then the number will go higher. And then I'm simply just gonna toggle right again, and it's gonna give me another screen. So here's you have time lap now. So you have your lap time. So the way to start the lap time is with the high beam button right here. So I'm gonna press that right now. Your high beam kicks in, and also the timer starts. So if that way you can time yourself, you know, if you're lapping yourself around the track. And then I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go right to stop recording, and then I'm gonna come down, delete all laps again, and go back. And then one more screen for the sports screen will be this one. Just on this one you get kind of everything. You get your lap time, RPM, speeds up there, traction control settings, and your lean angle right there. All right, I'm gonna go back now. Oops. Go back. One more. Okay, there we go. So here's navigation. For navigation, you have to download the BMW Motorrad app that's connects to the bike, and that way you can kind of set up a destination. And on here, I haven't really tried it yet, but I heard it doesn't show you any map. It's not going to show you the map like the new Mercedes, how they show the map on their dashboard. It's just going to mainly tell you how much mileage is left until your next turn, and what street you're turning on, left or right, and all that stuff. And then next one is your music. So this can be, so it won't let me go in it because my Senna system on my helmet is off. So the way this works is you hook up your phone with Bluetooth to the bike, and the bike connects to your Senna system or any type of system you have on your helmet. So let me show you guys my helmet right now. So this is my Shoei RF 1200. So I'm gonna simply turn it on. Okay, let's go back here to the bike. And if you give it just a second, my helmet will pop up right above the phone logo right there. There we go. See how now it's available now for me to use it? So I'm gonna click down on the menu bar, on the menu button, and it'll take me to my screen. I press down one more time. It will give me some settings like start playback, audio options, and a bunch of stuff like that. I'm gonna go back up, and then you can toggle left and right to change your songs. And yeah, if you want to listen to some music while you're riding. And I'm gonna go back up again, and then telephone. So something, if I pair up my Senna with my phone just by itself, on the back of the Senna there's a button right over here. If I press that, I can, okay, sorry, I don't know what happened to my GoPro. All right, so the back of this Senna, there's a button. If I push that, I can give my phone commands like call this person or call that person, or you know, text this guy. So it activates your Siri if you have an iPhone, or activates your Bixby if you have an Android. But when you connect it to the bike, you will not have that option anymore to press that button to give commands. But if you want to make a phone call, you can simply come to your telephone and press down, and this way you can go to your phone books or call list. So let's say I'm just gonna go to my phone book. So here I have, like, at first it goes by the numbers, and then the alphabet starts like A, B, C, D. And if I want to get it to, let's say if I want to call my dad, for example, or my mom, I would just go to, you know, where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Okay, let's say I go right. So these are all the, so it breaks down M into simpler category. That way I can get to the right person when I want to call. And yeah, that's telephone. And then settings. Here's where all the fun parts are. So settings, I go down. First thing you see, it's racetrack, so you can turn that on if you want to get on track, and I'll get back to that in just a second. Vehicle settings, you go there, you have your RDC, HCA Pro, the shift light, I also turn it on. When you buy the bike, the shift light is usually off, so when you turn that one on, you get to the configuration. Here you can tell your bike where to start blinking the shift light. There's a hidden white light right up here that will start blinking, so I told the bike to start at 12,500 RPM, start blinking, and end at 1500 RPM. The brightness is 100% and the frequency is at 8 Hertz. Here, let me just show you guys what it's going to look like. So it's going to look like that. It's going to blink really fast, and you can adjust the brightness if you want it a little bit less bright if you're riding at night, and here you can change the frequency. So here, that's 4, so that's like slower, and then you can have it on a solid bright light, but I like it on 8. Gets your attention a lot better. So that's that. And then what else do we have here? DDC, that's for dampening calibration for the suspension, I believe. I don't really mess with those, I haven't been inside that one yet. System setting, you go in, you have day and time, units if you want kilometer or miles, I think. Let's go in, yeah. So miles for US, pressures, PSI, temperature, Fahrenheit. That's for US specs. So if you want to take the bike to Europe and you want to change them up, you can. Why am I keep pressing up? What am I doing? Okay, and then that's that. Yep. And then connection, so this is for your phone. So my Galaxy S9 is connected right now, as you can see. And rider's helmet, that's my Senna. And if I want to have a passenger and they have a Senna, they can simply hook it up to the bike too. Honestly, I really don't know why they need to connect to the bike. Maybe my bike might be able to stream the same music I'm listening to with my passenger, I guess. I'm not sure. But I guess, yeah. That's you can pair up your passenger helmet as well. And then display, this is your display settings for brightness for the actual screen right here. Speed limit info, all that stuff, status, line connection. Okay, so you remember how I was pressing up on the menu and you could see on the top it will show your total mileage, how much gas is left, and all that stuff. So here you can actually take the check marks off or put them on, and you have a lot more stuff to look at. It's just I turned some of the stuff off because I don't really need to see them. I do want to see my tire pressure. I do want to see my total mileage, which was right up here, odometer, fuel tank level, trip records. I don't know, I might turn those off later, but anyways, that's that. And then that's the speed limit info. When you're connected to GPS with your phone, it will show the right there. That's the speed limit. I'm gonna go down to info. Yeah, this is the license and the software of the bike for BMW, whatever you have on your bike, and that's reset. So reset all is just gonna factory reset the whole settings and everything that you have changed. So let's get to the racetrack now. I'm gonna go down, turn that on. So that disclaimer that popped up for a second, it's technically telling you your Bluetooth system will gonna be turned off. That means it's not gonna communicate with any phone or anything like that. So when you do that, you can go down to configuration and then toggle right. And here you can, again, so Race Pro riding mode is on. Wait, what did I do? There we go. So you have 3, so on BMW M series, on the cars, you have M1 and M2 on the steering wheel. You can fully customize those to however you want, and then if you want to just jump straight into that mode, you can just press it and the car is going to be, you know, you can have like M1 as like fully power, throttle response, everything, stiffen up the steering wheel, stiffen up the suspension and all that stuff. So you can put that on the M1, and M2 is going to be like your completely very, like, you know, slow car and everything everything down in the level, like an eco mode kind of. So same way as a car, but on a bike you have three options to change. So you have technically like M1, M2, and M3. So you have Race Pro 1, Race Pro 2, and Race Pro 3. I'm gonna just go to Race Pro 1 and just explain one of them. Because here, when you go in to the Race Pro, these are the options that you can completely customize. So this is for this is engine. You can adjust your throttle response. You can make it more sensitive and have more torque and all that stuff available. So when I go in it will actually explain it more. So let me toggle through. You guys can pause the video to see the different situations. Like 4 would be for rain, but if you want to be on a dry track on a sunny day, 1 would be really helpful. All right, I'm gonna go back. So you have engine brake. When you let go of the throttle, if you want the bike to do a hard engine brake to slow down faster, you can have that on 1, or if you want it to slow down, you can have it on 3. Sorry, other way around. So 1 is like minimum brake effect on the engine. So if you're on 1, the bike's not gonna do any engine brake. It's gonna feel like it's still rolling. So the only way to brake, you gotta actually apply your brake system. But engine brake is gonna be not super sensitive. And then if you turn that on, so for 3, it's gonna say source for road is really good, because you have red light and you really don't want to waste your brake system and your brake pad. So you let go of the throttle in this situation, you're gonna feel a lot of engine brake. That way you save your actual brake system on the wheels. All right, so that's that. Traction control, you have different adjustments on traction control. Again, you can kind of read through these. And then wheelie control. So this way you don't flip your bike on yourself. If you're out on a track, the bike will actually decrease the throttle, so you don't, you know, so you don't flip the bike on you in case if you're accelerating hard on a first gear. ABS settings and dampening adjustments for the suspension. So that's your front and that's your rear. If you want to stiff them up, loose them down, you can always adjust it like over there. And here's resets. So you can that was just Race Pro 1. You can fully customize your Race Pro 1 for whatever condition you want to put it in. And then you have 2 more. And then if you turn on the race, let me go back. Okay, hold on, sorry. So see how racetrack is on. So if I go back here, as you can see, my phone is not showing up here anymore, and my mode button, if I want to change through my Race Pros, I just press that. So you have Race Pro 1, Race Pro 2, and Race Pro 3, and then back to Race. This race is technically the same as your normal race on your normal condition. So let me turn this off now, go back. So see, it's the same race as that. Rain, road, dynamic, and then race. So yeah. All right, so that's a kind of a deeper explanation of the settings on the bike. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.